Hey guys, ready for another read aloud today. Today is Wednesday. We know what that means. It's Olveus Wednesday. It's time for our anti-bullying lesson. So today I'm going to read you a story called Is There Really a Human Race? This story, this little boy is going to be asking a lot of questions. As we can see in the title even has a question mark because he's asking a question, is there really a human race? And he's going to ask a lot of questions because he's getting the phrase human race confused with an actual race. So let's see what types of questions he asks and what he figures out. Is There Really a Human Race by Jamie Lee Curtis, illustrated by Laura Cornell. Is there really a human race? You can see this little boy right here. We see, what is this called? What is this punctuation called? That's right, it is a question mark. This little boy is asking a question. Throughout the story, he's going to ask a lot of questions. So notice how I change my voice when I read a question. And also how he forms his sentences when he's asking a question. Is it going on now all over the place? When did it start? Who said ready, set, go? Did it start on my birthday? I really must know. Do I warm up and stretch? Do I practice and train? Do I get my own coach? Do I get my own lane? Do I race in the snow? Do I race in a twister? A twister is another word for a tornado, if you can see, because it twists around. Am I racing my friends? Am I racing my sister? What do you think? If the race is a relay, is Dad on my team? And his dad and his dad? You know what I mean. Is the race like a loop or an obstacle course? Am I a jockey or am I a horse? Is there pushing and shoving to get to the lead? If the race is unfair, will I succeed? Succeed, what does succeed mean? If it's unfair, will he succeed? What do you think succeed means? Use your context clues. Do some of us win? Do some of us lose? Is winning or losing something I choose? Why am I racing? What am I winning? Does all of my running keep the world spinning? See, all these people are standing on different awards. So, tallest in the athlete category, closest to having no chin at all, astounding ability to almost always be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh, there's the tallest. World's furriest man. Let's see. Biggest hair without product. Biggest teacher's pet. Most matching. Most judgmental. Let's see what else. Biggest overbite. Most flexible. Most geometric. Most thoughtful. And most fluffy. Those are some really funny awards. If I get off track when I take the wrong turn, do I make my way back from mistakes? Do I learn? Is it a sprint? A dash to the end? Am I aware of the time that I spend? And why do I do it, this zillion-yard dash? If we don't help each other, we're all going to. What do you predict the next word is going to be? Because this book has been rhyming so far, what do you think the next word is going to be? It's going to need to rhyme with dash. What word would rhyme with dash that would go along? Give you a second to think. You got it? Crash! Sometimes it's better to not to go fast. There are beautiful sights to be seen when you're last. Shouldn't it be that you just try your best? And that's more important than beating the rest. Shouldn't it be looking back at the end that you judge your own race by the help that you lend? So let's take a moment to think about that. So it says sometimes it's better not to go fast. If you've ever heard of the tortoise and the hare, that story kind of teaches us that lesson, that slow and steady wins the race. Sometimes it's okay to not go fast, because if we go fast in life, if we do everything super, super, super fast, we're going to miss some of the beautiful, awesome things that we could see if we're going a little bit slower. It's okay to go slow sometimes. Shouldn't it be that you just try your best? You know, I always say you just need to try your best. It's okay if you get something wrong, as long as you are trying your best, because we learn from our mistakes. And that's more important than beating the rest. Remember, I tell you, especially when you're taking some of your tests, that it's okay to be the last one to finish. It's much better to take your time on something than to rush through it. Shouldn't it be looking back at the end that you judge your own race by the help that you lend? So what that means is that when we look back on what we've done, we need to look back that we've helped other people. We've been kind and we've been nice. That's how we're going to win the race, is if we're kind and we're nice. So take what's inside you and make big, bold choices. And for those who can't speak for themselves, use bold voices. Bold means really strong. So some people who may not be able to speak up for themselves, and you know that you have a very strong voice, maybe you should help speak up for them and help them out. Sometimes we can do it by making bold choices, making good, strong choices. Sometimes we can do it by speaking up for someone. And make friends and love well. Bring art to this place and make the world better for the whole human race. Human race means everyone, no matter if they're what they look like, no matter what their appearance is. That's a human race. The human race is all of us, all different people, all together. We're all humans, even though we have those different physical features. So here is the World Yearbook, is what they call it. Now, I want you to think of some kind things that you can do. Some kind things you can do to help lift others up using your bold choices or bold voices, or maybe art. By art, it didn't just mean drawing a pretty picture. Art can be singing, dancing, movements. It can be drawing a pretty picture or just making something look really pretty or beautiful, cleaning up. So I want you to figure out how you can uplift somebody else and be kind to them. Use your bold choices and your bold voices to help out the human race. Because it's not about speed. It's not about beating the next person the fastest. I know I'm not the fastest. Just ask my class from last year. I'm not fast. But the human race, we slow down, we go steady, then we're definitely winners of the human race. So, now, after I asked you to do all that, you know what else I want you to do? Go take your AR test.